I'm Thomas Millian. We were talking about changing a hardened heart to a soft heart, someone that could feel for others and have empathy. Here's one way they did it. This is the technique from the movie A Clockwork Orange. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I love the movie. The technique's called Ludovico technique. Ludovico technique from the novel and the film A Clockwork Orange is a fictional form of aversive conditioning designed to eliminate an individual's desire for violence. Does it work? In the story, the technique appears to work by associating violence with an overwhelming physical sickness, nausea, fear, paralysis, through forced viewing of violent films while under the influence of drugs. However, the story intentionally questions the morality and true effectiveness of the treatment. It removed Alex's ability to choose evil, but it did not change his desires, his free will, or core nature. Furthermore, this conditioning was eventually undone by a later head injury in the story. In reality, the Ludovico technique is dramatized in an extreme representation of aversion therapy, which is a real, though controversial, psychological technique based on classical conditioning like Pavlov's dogs. Aversion therapy has historically been used to treat addictive behaviors associating alcohol with a drug that causes severe vomiting. However, the specific and involuntary and immediate mind-body link to thoughts of violence or sin, as depicted in the film, is not a real-world effective or ethical treatment. Conditioning emotional pain for sinful thoughts. Can a person be conditioned to feel sad and emotional pain every time they think of a violent thing or another sinful thing? Direct conditioning. It is not possible to reliably and ethically create a purely psychological or medical treatment that causes severe physical or emotional pain every time a person has specific, unbidden thought, violent or otherwise. While aversion therapy aims to condition an avoidance of an action or substance, controlling thoughts in this absolute way is firmly in the realm of science fiction and unethical experimentation. Real-world parallels, conviction, guilt, and a non-pathological spiritual context, a person could develop a highly sensitive conscience or a spiritual conviction. This process often leads by faith, repentance, and self-reflection. It's viewed as natural, healthy spiritual mechanism for change and restoration, not a mechanically forced pain or conditioning. Pathological parallels, OCD, and mental health, intrusive, unwanted, often sinful or disturbing thoughts that cause significant anxiety or distress, or a common symptom of obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. For people with scrupulosity, religious OCD, the thoughts are terrifying and cause severe anxiety and emotional pain, often leading to compulsive behaviors to neutralize the anxiety. This is a mental health condition that requires treatment, like exposure and response prevention or acceptance and commitment therapy, not a desired conditioning. We'll be back.